Picture two caves in Dinosaur Town. Same neighborhood, similar rent. First cave belongs to Dino A, earns 950 leaves a week. Walk inside. Giant rock television on the wall. Expensive leather nest couch. Kitchen full of egg gadgets still in their original boxes. Closet overflowing with outfits never worn. Spare room converted into storage for stuff not touched in years. Dino A checks his leaf pile every morning with a knot in his stomach. 2 missed paydays away from disaster. Second cave belongs to Dino B. Earns only 520 leaves a week. Walk inside. Notice the space. Simple couch. Reasonable rock TV. Kitchen with exactly the tools that get used. Closet with clothes that actually get worn. Spare room is actually a spare room. Dino B checks his leaf pile every morning with calm confidence. 18 months of expenses saved. Invests 20 leaves out of every 100 earned. Same neighborhood, Dino earning almost half as much has 10 times the financial security. This is not a story about leaves. It is a story about stuff. Everything you own costs leaves twice. The first cost is obvious, the price tag, the leaves you hand over at the market. But there is a second cost most dinos completely ignore, and it is often bigger than the first. Dino buys a giant egg incubator, takes up half the cave. That space costs leaves every month in rent. Needs cleaning, needs maintenance, needs insurance. Dino worries about it, organizes around it, eventually tries to sell it. That incubator did not just cost 500 leaves. It cost 500 leaves plus 2 years of stress, plus the space, plus the mental energy spent thinking about it. And here is the part that really hurts. Those 500 leaves sitting in an incubator could have been 500 leaves growing into 1,500 leaves over time. Dino did not just buy an incubator. Dino bought an incubator instead of future freedom. Rule 1. Calculate cost per use. Before buying anything, Dino should ask one question. How many times will I actually use this? Divide the price by that number. That is the real cost. A 200-leaf egg cracker used twice costs 100 leaves per use. A 400-leaf egg cracker used every single day for a year costs just over 1 leaf per use. The expensive one is actually cheaper. This calculation destroys most impulse purchases immediately. That fancy egg gadget Dino buys for 300 leaves and uses twice a year? 150 leaves per use. Obscene. Meanwhile, the simple 30-leaf tool Dino uses every week? Less than 1 leaf per use. The math cuts through every temptation. Rule 2. The replacement test. Dino should walk through his cave and look at everything he owns. Ask one question about each item. If this disappeared today, would I spend leaves to replace it? Be honest. Would Dino replace the egg polishing machine he used once? Would he replace the rock collection in the corner? Would he replace the fancy nest equipment from his short-lived camping phase? For most items, the honest answer is no. They exist through habit, not intention. These items have negative value. They cost space, mental energy, maintenance, without giving anything back. Dino should sell what has value, donate what someone else could use, throw away what serves nobody. The caves feels bigger immediately. Decisions feel simpler. Cleaning takes half the time. Everything remaining has a purpose. Rule 3. Never upgrade out of boredom. Here is a pattern that destroys leaf piles silently. Dino upgrades perfectly working things simply because he is bored with them. His egg viewer works perfectly, but the new model has slightly better resolution. His leaf counter works fine, but the new version is shinier. His cave furniture serves its purpose, but he is tired of looking at it. These upgrades feel like progress. They are actually leaf destruction disguised as improvement. Minimalist Dino has a strict rule. Never replace something that still works. The egg tool that cracks eggs does not need replacing because a newer egg tool exists. Boredom is not failure. Wanting something newer is not failure. Actual mechanical breakdown is failure. Everything else is chicken the seller convincing Dino he has a problem he does not have. Over a lifetime, this rule saves enormous piles of leaves. Rule 4. Make saving easy and spending hard. Dino follows the path of least resistance like every dinosaur. If spending is easy, Dino spends. If saving is easy, Dino saves. So minimalist Dino engineers his cave to make the right choice automatic. He removes his stored leaf card numbers from online egg markets. He waits 24 hours before any non-essential purchase. He deletes shopping apps from his rock tablet. He unsubscribes from Chicken's promotional leaf deals. And on payday, he automatically moves leaves to his savings nest before he ever sees them. Savings happen first, automatically, before temptation arrives. Because willpower runs out, environment does not. The 24-hour waiting rule alone eliminates 70% of impulse purchases. Most desires for a new egg gadget disappear overnight if Dino does not act on them immediately. Rule 5. Count your possessions. This sounds strange, but counting forces awareness, and awareness prevents accumulation. How many egg tools does Dino own? Most Dinos guess low and discover they have 3 times what they estimated. How many outfits? How many rocks in the collection? How many gadgets in the kitchen drawer? Once Dino knows he owns 47 egg tools, buying number 48 feels different. The absurdity becomes visible. Minimalist Dino sets maximum thresholds. 30 items of clothing total. 15 kitchen tools maximum. 1 new thing in means 1 old thing out. Without limits, possessions expand to fill every available space. With limits, every new item requires a conscious decision. That friction alone dramatically slows accumulation. Rule 6. Rent before you buy. Most items Dino purchases get used intensively for a short period. Then excitement fades. Then the item joins the museum of forgotten purchases at the back of the cave. Minimalist Dino tests interest before committing to ownership. Want to try egg farming? Borrow equipment for a few weeks first. Want to try cave decorating? Rent the tools before buying. Want a fancy egg incubator? Rent one 3 times before purchasing. This reveals whether the enthusiasm is real or temporary. Many interests fade after initial exploration. Better to discover this while renting than after buying equipment that collects dust for years. The closets and spare rooms of Dinosaur Town are full of dusty remnants of abandoned hobbies. Minimalist Dino avoids becoming a museum of past enthusiasm. Rule 7. The lifestyle multiplier. Every possession connects to other possessions. Dino buys a fancy egg delivery cart. Now he needs a storage spot for the cart, a cover for the cart, maintenance tools for the cart, insurance for the cart, a bigger cave to store everything. One purchase triggers a cascade of supporting purchases. Minimalist Dino calculates the full ecosystem cost before any major purchase. A 500-leaf item might actually represent 800 leaves when all the multiplier expenses are included. And eliminating one major possession often eliminates an entire category of related expenses. Sell the cart. No more storage fees. No more insurance. No more maintenance. The savings go far beyond the item itself. Rule 8. Define enough before you start earning. Here is the trap that catches every high-earning Dino. They never decide what enough looks like. So income goes up, and lifestyle goes up with it. New income becomes normal. New lifestyle needs another income increase to feel progress. The cycle continues forever. Dinos earning 3,000 leaves a week feel just as stressed as Dinos earning 800 because expectations expanded alongside income. Minimalist Dino defines enough before earning begins. Decides in advance what cave size is sufficient, what egg budget is genuinely satisfying, what level of comfort constitutes a good life. Then earns toward that target instead of constantly moving the finish line. The Dino who defines enough at 600 leaves a month and then starts earning 1,500 leaves a month builds wealth at an extraordinary rate. The 900 leaf difference between income and enough goes directly toward freedom. The Dino earning the same 1,500 but constantly redefining enough upward saves almost nothing. Rule 9. Measure wealth by options, not objects. Conventional Dino measures wealth by what he owns. Big cave, fancy cart, full closet, visible markers of success. Minimalist Dino measures wealth differently, by what he can choose. Can Dino leave a job that is making him miserable? Can Dino take 3 months off for a family emergency? Can Dino start his own egg business without guaranteed income? Can Dino say no to something that pays well but feels wrong? Can Dino retire before he is old and slow? These options are true wealth, and they are only available to Dinos who built space between income and spending. Dino earning 2,000 leaves but spending 1,950 has almost zero options. He is chained to his paycheck. Dino earning 800 leaves but spending 450 has extraordinary freedom. He can absorb setbacks, take risks, make choices based on what he wants, not what he can afford. Every purchase is not just exchanging leaves for an object. It is trading freedom for possession. Is this worth reducing my options? Sometimes yes, usually no. Rule 10. Declutter in small cycles, not giant purges. Most Dinos who try minimalism do one massive cave cleanout, feel incredible for 3 weeks, then slowly accumulate back to exactly where they started. Within 2 years, right back to the beginning. Minimalist Dino avoids this through small, regular reviews. Weekly glance at anything new coming into the cave. Monthly evaluation of one category. Quarterly check of overall accumulation. Removing 3 items a week is manageable and sustainable. Removing 300 items once a year feels overwhelming and gets postponed forever. Small cycles also maintain awareness. Dino notices which moods trigger buying, which marketing tactics work on him specifically, which categories tend to grow without him noticing. Awareness prevents the problem instead of just treating it. The cycle that changes everything. Here is what nobody tells Dino about owning less. The relationship goes both directions. Owning less creates more leaves, but having more leaves also makes owning less feel natural. When Dino's savings nest is full and growing, the urge to accumulate fades. The psychological need that drives most buying, the need to feel secure and successful, gets satisfied by financial strength instead of physical stuff. Dino does not need the egg gadgets to feel like he is doing well. His leaf pile already tells that story. This creates a powerful cycle. Spending less leads to saving more. Saving more creates security. Security reduces the emotional urge to spend. Reduced spending accelerates saving further. Each turn of the cycle reinforces the next. The opposite cycle is equally powerful but brutal. Spending everything creates anxiety. Anxiety drives more spending as temporary relief. More spending deepens anxiety. The cycle continues until something external breaks it. The 2 caves revisited. Remember those 2 caves at the beginning? Dino A earning 950 leaves a week, 2 paychecks from disaster. Dino B earning 520 leaves a week, 18 months of expenses saved. Dino B did not get there through exceptional income. Dino B got there through exceptional clarity about what actually matters. Dino A never questioned the assumption that more stuff equals better life. Both lives are available in Dinosaur Town. Regardless of how many leaves you currently earn, the only question is whether Dino owns his possessions, or whether his possessions own him. The math strongly favors the first option. So does the peace of mind.